From the days of old, God has used so many men, and most of the men that God has used, most of them were not perfect men. Many a times our imperfections are the things that limit us. You see, anytime that as a man you feel perfect, you bask in your own understanding, anytime that you feel that you have what it takes to do something, automatically you are disqualified. The thing that we would have to understand is that God doesn't look at the outward. He doesn't look at the things that we possess. He doesn't look at the skills that we have. When he calls you empty. As a matter of fact, if God calls you and you come with something, he makes sure what? He takes that thing from you. He makes sure he breaks you. He makes sure what? He strips you off. Why does he do that? We all know that God doesn't want to share his glory with anyone. The moment God gives an assignment to a man or who thinks he is skilled to do a certain thing, like a man who thinks he is very affluent in speech, or a man with many possessions who can control affairs, immediately God gives a task to that man. What happens? When the task is completed, that man receives the glory, because he didn't rely on God. He thinks that his money gave him that opportunity. He thinks his affluence gave him that opportunity. He thinks the power that he has, that connection, is what gave him that affluence. Do not look at your limitations. Do not look at your background. Do not look at where you are coming from. Do not look at the troubled situation that you find yourself in. God is not looking for the perfect man. He is looking for your imperfections, so that he can take them away. He can strip them off you. See, a task that is given by God, you cannot use your physical attributes to finish the task. He takes you and he strips you off and gives you what you need to finish that task. And you think you cannot speak English, so that is a limitation. Change your mindset. If you don't have money, you don't have a job, you do not have marriage, it is not a limitation. See, most of the men that God used, Moses had a lot of limitations. He had impairment in his speech. No, probably he had anger issues. But look at how mighty God used him. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. It doesn't matter the situation that you find yourself. It doesn't matter your stature in society. It's God that chooses us.